the silly boys. What is it? Let's see if I can get you to climb up and come. Come on. Come on. Good boy. You want it? Okay. Try not to take my hand off.
Try not to take my arm off, mister.
Well, I was going to record the maiden voyage. Decided not to. I was like, hell with it. Just quickly down the street. You know how we do. You know how we operate. But we'll give you a walk around now that the racetech front end, can I just say, game changer. Like, I knew it'd be a game changer because I heard from, a lot of knowledgeable people that it would be a game changer. And, excuse me, I know it's disgusting. I was like, yeah, well, we'll give it a go. We'll see if it's as badass as everybody says it is. Oh, it's legit, kid. It is fucking legit. So, yeah. I just wrapped up about an hour ago. I don't know what time it is. It's got to be, it's 7 on the button. So we started at noon, maybe 12:30, somewhere around there. Dude, game changer. Absolute game changer. What a dope setup racetech internals are. Just gonna say, racetech internals are the fucking shit. You can still hear the bike. Ting, 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 ting. Ready? Let me spin this puppy. Cruise the originals in the house. It's that good Harley ASMR. What do you know about these parking lot punks? Come out with these kick-ass sliders that do this. What? Get your stash spot. That's dope. You fit like 16ers in there. Or like, I don't know, an eighth of Bud. Even though Bud's legal nowadays. About a half ounce of blow. What else? I don't muck with any of that stuff, but like I was gonna say, I don't fuck with fentanyl, so I can't even say that. No, I don't fuck with any of that shit, but I wouldn't even think of putting anything like that on my bike. Here we go. Here's the front end. We got it dialed. She is dialed. What a fucking game changer. I gotta say, like, from what it was to having brand new forks, and me and my buddy did all this. We did all the internals. We did all the bits, and there's like 18 different pieces just inside of these forks alone. So, needless to say, it's, wow. So, I did mire up just a bit. Let me try to zoom. Just a bit on that fork cap. You can see just that far end. I hit it with a hammer. Whap, whap. I was like, bang, bang, just to loosen it, because that fucker did not want to come off. Kid, never. Not even maybe. It's never a fucking option. This one, I learned from my mistake. Let me get in there. I know she looks all nice and clean. I legit wiped everything down. I probably spent an hour just cleaning this puppy up after installing the racetech internals, baby. Oh, shout out to my guys. Lace Up Podcast. Hopefully you can see that. Devin and Juno. Go check these cats out on YouTube, Insta. One of my buddies, the kid Juno, you can see both their names are down here. Juno 2627 and Devin Don 22. Devin Dunham is a wicked good kid. Juno is a good dude, but I don't know him like I know Devin. At any rate, they got a slamming podcast. Juno was in the movie The Town. If you know, you know. Staying Irish. At any rate. She's banging. Wow, she's banging. I realized I need a motor mount while I'm out. Hi, bubbies. Are you happies? Are you happies? Are you just the happiest babies? Where's your ball? Can I see your ball? Oh, it's in your mouth. Okay. What a good boys. You want to get you another one? Let's get you another ball. Come on. Come on. So, the boy likes to play catch. The boy likes to play catch fetch. So we just bounce it. He drops it. And then once I say, ready? Okay. He just goes nuts and we have fun. Because that's what we do. What's up, gang? Nico. Recommend. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. We're just out here playing ball with the boy. And he like drops it nice and close. Usually he rolls it to me on the way back. Good boy. Ready? Okay. Yeah, he's the best, man. He's absolutely the best. I appreciate you just jumping in. ATB, appreciate you. But yeah, I just had a massive overhaul on the bike. It drop it. Did you not find it? Nope, you didn't find that one. Great, we lost the ball. Oh well, we're only down to 2 now, boss. Buster, we got one inside, we got one right here. Ready? Okay. Oh goodness. So yeah, huge overhaul. I'll be right back, mister. Huge overhaul on the bike today. Like massive. I ordered these parts September 28th. And all these 49 mil Fox lowers, which they also called sliders. This is aftermarket. The fork brace, that's something that that wasn't included with the racetech, but I put racetech internals, gold valve emulators, and oh, she's just ripping. Dude, she's ripping a million miles an hour. She's dialed. Can I just say she's dialed? So if anybody's interested in actually seeing what the old forks look like, give me a hell yeah in the comment. I'll be more than happy to show you because I haven't tossed them yet. I got to take those to the dump because they're just too big that they won't, the trash man won't accept those. Let me get this kid's on the ball. He's a nut. But yeah, the fender was all banged up. Pop that bad boy back on. Nope, that was the last ball, pal. Usually keep his tennis balls right here. That was it, buddy. So that means we got 2 balls missing in the upper yard. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I don't have my headlamp. I just brought it up. I just brought it up, misters. What the heck are we going to do? Huh? What are we going to do? You're chewing on the last ball. Yeah, we lost all the other ones. Even if we turn the lights on, it's getting dark out. Yeah, it's dark, Buster. I don't know what we're going to do. It's your call. It's your call, mister. You can sit and chew on that one for a little while. We can go upstairs and maybe find another one of your tennis balls. That's always an option. So we're going to have to play it by ear, buddy. I don't know what we're going to do. So yeah, I started this process at like noontime, 12:30, something like that. As I was saying before I rudely interrupted myself, I ordered these pots back in September. September 28th, I ordered them. So racetech internals, which look like this. Well, you don't know what they look like, but here's the box. That's all racetech shit. So there were springs. Here's the code if anybody, you want to order this for your bike or your parents' bike or your uncle's Harley. This is the best racetech. You probably can't see it because the tape's covering it, but this is the absolute best in the game right here. Racetech is next level. But I got the spring kit with the split rates, which means it's dialed to my weight. So literally, and I'm just glad. It would have cost me like $1,000 if I took this into a shop. I'm more than happy to sit here and wrench on this puppy all day. I mean, you can even see how many rags I just got hanging and drying out, and that's not even half of them. It was a process, needless to say. It was a process for sure, but we got it dialed. She's running just smooth as anything. And, man, I couldn't be happier. I could not be happier. It's a monumental day for me. Let me just say that. Monumental day for me and the Dirty Diner. If you don't know, we got a channel on Insta, too. That is Beantown Bushcraft. We also got Summon You're in a Viking, but you guys aren't ready for that channel. Beantown Bushcraft on Insta is probably going to be the best bet to find Buddy and I. Oh, good, he's looking for his other ball. Go ahead, get it, mister. You find it? God, you find it. Bring me a ball, Goofy. You find it. That kid's nose knows. He's so good with tracking. I am just, I'm beside myself with how straight that bike's ripping right now, man. Just, it's a game changer. That's all I can say. It's a 100% game changer. And, you know, I gotta give a shout out to my homeboy, Birdo. Birdo! Dude. That would not be running right now. Well, it would be running, but I would have no front tire, no front forks. Shout out to Birdo. Dude, you came through in the clutch. Like, you're the man. Absolutely the man. What a gentleman. He's a straight gentleman. Oh, good boy. Another one. Wait. Drop it. Thank you. Good boy. Shadow. We found both of them. What a good boy. Oh, you got him. What a good kid. You ready? You ready? Okay. Good boys. Oh, that's a good baby. So we should probably pop you on the tripod, huh? That way you don't have to walk around with this damn thing. Good boy. What a good boy. See how he just drops it? Oh, he's such a good kid. That's good babies. Yes, you are. He just leaves it right there for me. Ready? Okay. Good boy. Yeah, we'll literally do this all day on like Saturday and Sunday. We would just sit here and throw balls all day. Lisa, what do you say, darling? Good boy. Check it out, sweet pea. I'm fucking dialed. Tell me that doesn't look sexy. Do you remember how crooked it was before? We are dialed. We still might have a couple of ding, 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 ding. Of course, I had to take her out on a maiden rip. Of course, I had to check it out. My buddy pulled up on his bike to lend me a hand today. And, you know, needless to say, he rolled up on his bike and he threw everything in. Yeah, I told him I only need like a handful of tools. Bring like this, that, and that. And he came through in the clutch. And literally, the only thing I needed was an impact. I'm going to pop these on the tripod real quick. Hang tight. So it literally came through like a freaking champ. And, I couldn't be happier. I couldn't be happy, man. I have no words. I have no words for how solid my people are. I've known this kid since, oh my God, I don't know, we were like 16, 17? I've known this kid for years. Best man at his wedding, all that good shit. Solid kid, Birdo. My guy. So, she's dialed. She's absolutely dialed. She looks fantastic. She's tracking straight. I might need to make a little tiny adjustment, which is no big deal later on, with just backing off the dampening. Because what happens, so there's like a ball, imagine a ball bouncing, right? So the ball comes back up. So there's a damper and then a rebound. Damper, rebound. Same thing with a shock. Let me throw this ball before he bites my face off. Ready? Oh. So damper and rebound. So say you hit a bump. Say you need to brake quickly. You know, the bike. Good boys. Can I have it? You don't know which one you want? You can't fit both in your mouth. No, you're not a hooker. You can't have both balls in your mouth, you goofball. You gotta pick one. It's crazy. Ready? Okay. So, damper, rebound. Think about rebound. I hit a bump. It hits the bump and kind of glides through it. That's hitting a little hard. It is bouncing a little hard. When he left, and I think it might just be a fluid issue. I don't know, but I might need to break him down real quick. But it's a way simpler process. The only thing is I have to order another quart of blood lubricants, which you saw me use. It's a black quart, like a quart of oil. It's a black quart with green lettering. So because you don't mix and switch, you stay with what it is. Unfortunately, they're $22 a pop or $25 a pop. They're no joke. You ready? Okay. But yeah, just in case I need to top off a little fluid. We had a little mishap with the right fork. It was all my fault. As soon as we were setting up to pour the fluid in, the top of the fork, and then like you burp it, you just do all this kind of stuff to you know, you filter the fluid all the way to the bottom, which is the slider or the lower. Did you get it? So I spilt a little. I actually forgot to put a bolt at the bottom, and I just got so excited. You know how I get. So I poured a little, but yeah, I forgot to put the bolt in, so a little came spilling out, but it wasn't a ton, and it wasn't enough to make a difference. I just hope that the right amount of fluids in there. Good boys. I hope the right amount of fluids in there, even though we dialed and checked twice. I might need to slow down the dampening on the gold valve emulators. Ready? Okay. Good boy. Besides that, she's rock solid. She's tracking straight, which tracking means, you know, it's not veering off to one side or the other. If you let go of your car steering wheel and it starts to, or, you know, something's off with your suspension. Either, you know, you're not tracking straight clearly, but it could be like lower control arm, ball joint, strut, stabilizer link. It could be a number of different things. Well, with that, it's fairly simplified. Good boy. Thank you. Oh. But man, I'm elated. I'm elated she's back on the road. I'm elated that I'm able to rip her down the street. Good baby. Yes, son. Oh, you're just the best boys in the world. You're the best boys in the world, mister. Yes, you are. You're just the best kid. Good boy. Oh, I hit the bush. Sorry, I didn't send that one good. You run this back. Yeah, run it back. Come on. Run it back. Do a better one. Thank you. Ready? Okay. Sipping on a little voodoo. Voodoo hoodoo. Not 9%. What? 9.5. Woo. I said to myself, I said, Self, you need a cold one after this ordeal today. And I said, you know what, Self? That's a damn good idea. Ready? Okay. You just stepped on my foot, you little clod. I ran out and grabbed a voodoo. They're delicious and nutritious. Oh, where's that Guinness video? I didn't get a Guinness video, and it's about supper time. Ready? Where's another one? What'd you do with the other ball? Oh, it's right here. I'm sorry, it blended in. It's so dark. It's been covered in mulch and just slobber, so I can't even tell. You ready? Okay. Good boys. Oh, that's a good bounce. But yeah, man. What a big deal. What a freaking big deal. Oh, thank you, Bubba's. I love it when you toss it back to me. You're just the best. Let's move up a little bit so that people can see us. This side. This side. Good boys. Okay. That's good babies. So yeah, man. Wow, what, like, just a weight. Freaking weight off my chest. I am smoking, but it's getting cold at night. Just a month ago, I was out here on a M.B.T.A instead of a. Thank you, good boy. That's a good boy. Oh. Good boy. So yeah, man, I don't even have words, honestly. I don't have words. Like, I'm just so pumped at the moment. Just, oh my goodness. You sent that ball. What a good boy. Thank you. That was a wicked good toss. Thank you. I didn't think I was going to go after it this side. Yeah, this side, good baby. Ready? Oh. He sent it and went rolling all the way down the driveway. It went right past me, almost out into the street. It's mental, man. He's mental. You're the mental midget. You're the mental midget. Drop it. Drop it. Thank you. Oh, yeah, it's been a good day. It's been a super productive Saturday. Amazingly productive. Like, just so nice. I don't talk politics on Insta. Can't answer you. IVI gamer. It's just there's two things my pa taught me. Grandpa from Boston, so we say pa. Two things my pa taught me: never to talk in a public forum. Means you're out at a restaurant. It's just class and morals, because things like this can happen. I appreciate you reaching out, but I'm gonna respectfully decline the question. Two things he said: never talk in a public forum is politics and religion. So I have a very small falling, but I have a falling. So imagine me leaning one way or the other. I put myself out there, but I also have learned how to not repel people. So I keep that fairly personal, and people that know my personal page, I put stuff like that out there on that, and people know my standing. I have no idea who you are. I don't believe we're friends on here. You should like and subscribe though. But yeah, if you go check out Beantown on Insta, you'll have a good idea which way I lean. But I respectively decline to talk politics online, at least on a live stream. Ready? Okay. So, yep, that's my standing on that one. Drop it. Good boy. Thank you. That's a good baby. Ready? Okay. Good boys. You didn't have any. What happened? It's still in the fridge, no? I found a bunch of these guys today. Found a bunch. I just kept one in my pocket. My buddy was supposed to bring his kid, but since he took the bike, he didn't throw him on the back. What is it? Drop it. Thank you. Okay. I was gonna, I shellacked, I threw gloss on a bunch of them. So I was gonna give his kid a nature whistle and teach him how to holler with it. Good boy, thank you. Okay. But yeah, he didn't bring his little, which is all gravy. Kid would have been bored out of his mind anyways. Him and I were just sitting in here wrenching for hours. I think maybe took like 4 hours total, and I had everything damn near prepped, meaning upper forks clean, lower forks clean, all the new parts lubed with oil. You got to lube in and out, right? So I tried to maintain, you know, a modicum of decorum, meaning if somebody's going to extend their hand and help you, least thing I can do is be ready, you know, on it like a hornet. By the time he gets here, it's just less work we got to do. Okay. Good boy. Yep. What'd you have? I'm curious. Beef and Guinness go fantastic together. Like a beef stroganoff. Oh, like a heavy stew or a soup. Oh, Guinness is the best. Excuse me. He just tried to take this right out of my hand. You might have seen. I can't see because I got the chat down here, but you little shit. Mind your P's and Q's, mister. Oh. He's telling me, shut up and throw the ball. That's what he's saying. Stop talking to your phone and throw the damn ball. Gooba. Look at Gooba. You're getting fresh in your young age, aren't you? Oh my goodness. Drop it. See, I'm just sitting here chomping on it like a maniac. Okay. It's cooked. He's cooked. I gotta get this light to get the sensor to go back on. Step out to the driveway for a minute. Look, there we go. We got it. This side. This side. Okay. Drop it. Good boy. Right here. Okay. Yeah, so I figured I'd pop a quick live up just to show the bike off and, you know, express my just, oh, man, fire it up. I am fired up. Fired right up. Oh, what a happy camper. And, man, those racetech internals, chef's kiss. Holy shit. They are next level. And the nice thing about them is, if you compare those to, say, cartridge forks, which I know it's a little bit complex, but imagine a cartridge just being a big tube like this with a bunch of different parts. Loop. You drop that right inside, add fork oil, cap it, done. The way I did it, good boys. The way I did it was about 15 to 18 different individual components. It's a little bit more complex, but at the same time, I can go in, meaning pop my top cap, go in, take about 3 different things out, spring, good boy, oh. Spring, and the gold valve emulator, literally that's it, and adjust the emulator. You saw it, it was gold, it had a spring on top, That's what it does. That's what it is. It's about that big. Has 3 little holes for the fluid to go up and in, and then it disperses. At any rate, with a cartridge front end, it's way simple to adjust. You just turn a couple screws or a couple little dials on the top of your forks, and that's how you adjust it. Okay. Did you not get your other ball? Oh, you can't find it. Oh, Bubba's, we're down to this one. That's all we got. We're down to that ball. That's it, pal. I gotta get a rag. You can see he like chews in all the mulch. So this is like dog saliva, and this hand's clean. I scrubbed him as soon as I wrapped up the, well, it's relatively clean. As soon as I wrapped up the fork job, but this is just from throwing ball with this kid. I gotta grab a rag, real quick. The reason I'm shooting out in the garage is because you never know how that service is in there, right? It gets wacky sometimes, so I just figured it's easier to chop it up out here and make sure I have a solid pork tenderloin. Nice. Yeah, that will definitely go nice. Mashed potatoes and asparagus. Oh, now we're talking. Brussels sprouts. Got to throw a veg in there. Peas, carrots, corn. Corn's actually not fantastic for digestion. That's why we see corn in our poop. Our body doesn't break it down. Isn't that weird? Did you know that? Fun fact of the day. Beantown shit fun fact of the day. Our body does not process corn. That's why we poop it right out and we see it in our poop. Do you ever see peas in your poop? Do you ever see carrots in your poop? Now you know. Throw the rainbow above me. The more you know. I used to love that when I was a kid. That was like one of the better like introductions. Or it was like a commercial thing, but like they teach you fun facts, and it was the more you know. It was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know that, but I appreciate that I do now. He's taking a breather. I don't know if you can see him. He's under that bush with the light. He's right there, hanging out like a freaking gent. That's his chill spot sometimes. He just likes to lay low and take it easy. Let's try getting a bit closer to the garage so we can at least have a bike chat. I've been on my feet since 10 o'clock this morning, so let's see if I can't park it right here. If I start to have shit service, let me know. I don't want to have shit service. Oh, but I want to take a load off too. Oh, game changer, kiddo. Game changer. There's a lot of game changers going on today. Let me get out of the way. Nobody wants to see me. They want to see the Dirty Diner kid. There we go. That's about right. I think my vape is in my cut. Oh, another thing delivered today, which is kind of cool. Maybe I'll pop it on. I think the bike is cool enough now. Super cheapo. So the 2 things that got delivered or that I ordered at once that were under $30, you might have seen the post I put up, was a cover and that long 12 mil ratchet for the opposite side, not this side of my forks. Where am I? Not this side of my forks, but that one. Because that side has the split, the other side's solid that the axle goes through. So I had to order the long 12, which arrived in like 2 or 3 days, which was pissa, and then I ordered something else, which I'm gonna pop on. Make sure she's cool. Oh yeah, she's cool enough. This guy just came at like, I don't know, 5 or 6, I think. I think there's a front and a back too, but I haven't really. I'd rather show you the cool side. One drag about it is I popped it on once and I'm like, nuts. It made both my mirrors from being, and mirrors are kind of a pain in the ass. They're not something you want to fucking tweak every time you hop on your bike and fire it up. Mirrors are a bit of, I don't know the word for it, but like, it's a pet peeve type of thing for me. So I just want to hop on my bike, fire it up and go. I took this off, so I had to try it on real quick. But I threw it on. I was like, oh, that's cool. It even has a little, like a high-tech buckle, like a fast-tech buckle. That's what it is. So like the same buckles that are on like high-end gear. You know, the buckles that interlock and they lock tight, like on my rucksack. Has one of those on the very bottom, like in the middle. If this was my tire and this is my saddlebags, kind of makes sense, but it goes. It's almost like a belt, which is great. So the wind, I've had Harleys and other bikes that you throw a cover on and the wind just goes and just takes the thing. But this is the cool part. Check it out. Wait till you see the icon. I thought it was neat. But this cover was both the ratchet, the deep socket, or the deep Allen socket, and this were like $38 on Amazon. That's what I'm talking about, kid. Always a bargain shopper. Always looking for a bargain. I'd rather the front tire be covered up than the rear. Just for the fact that I got a fender. Alright, that's not so bad, but it's a little tight on my mirrors. I think it's actually the opposite way. So I think this icon is supposed to go on the flip side. But you can literally interchange it. You can put it on either, but that's kind of cool, right? Big old American flag. I thought that was neat. And it's subdued. So it's like that cool gray, right? It almost looks like it's almost looks like it's a military patch, and it's IR sensitive. So you can see it with under nods, under night vision. They actually don't make that sound. No kidding. That's just for the movies. You turn them on, they do not make a sound. So I have a Pasket, which is a personnel armed and strategic. I'm not even going to pretend to remember what it stood for. Personnel armed. Nope. I used to know. It's absolutely drawing a blank right now. But anyway, it's a military helmet that clicks here and fastens to your chin, has a chin guard. And it comes down in 2 points, which is something that, you know, they found out throughout the years that anything with one strap under your chin can come right off your head. Same thing with motorcycle helmets. If you have just a skull cap or just like a bowl helmet on your head, they started making it legal a couple of years ago that you have to have a Y strap or a V strap. So one has to attach to the back, which is called the nape of your neck. So there's a nape, and then the other one has to be in front of your ears, and then this can go under. At any rate, I have a Pasket, and I have one set of nods. I haven't gotten the other set yet, but I have one set of nods that I can look through. So I keep it on my left eye, so that way, right? So, because I don't have any IR lasers for rifles, but it's very cool going outside, like in the woods, walking the dog, which I haven't walked the dog, but I've done it in the yard. I just don't want people to be like, what the fuck is this kid doing? Walking a dog at midnight with a fucking nods and a helmet on, like, it looks weird. I couldn't imagine what people would think. But yeah, this is fairly decent. It has like a nice silver inside, which what that does is it reflects heat. So you don't want to put this on the bike when the bike's terribly hot, but you do want to put it on once it's like starting to cool down, because that way it locks in heat all night long. And living in New England, as you know, Lisa, you know, you're not far from me. We get, you know, bitter temperatures, like in the minuses, and ripping winds and da 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 da. Yes, you see me in the garage now, but I won't be here in a month. So this winter, I'm prepared because I don't have a garage at the dugout. And if I pull the bike into the dugout, I have to walk around. like this, there would be absolutely no room inside the dugout with the bike and myself. So needless to say, I wanted to get a good cover that conducts heat and that locks heat in, and that's what that silver lining does. It's really great stuff. I made sure I found a cover that had this. So, and the American flag was just like, it was to boot, you know what I mean? It was just like par for the course. It was just as cool. And it was cheap. It was like $26, and then the long Allen 12 mil Allen bit, Allen extension, or 12 mil long Allen socket was, I think, 11, 12 with tax. But yeah, I got the right one, so I'm excited. I got the right, this was an XL, so you had to do some measurements. They give you parameters as far as how tall it is, how tall to your mirrors they are, how long the bike is, and I did wheelbase, and then I threw a foot off, so if you don't know what wheelbase is, if you measure something, if you go and measure your car wheelbase, you measure it from the center of your wheel to the other center of your wheel. So that's wheelbase instead of overall. Overall would be, you know, my front of my tire to the back of my rear, at any rate. Oh yeah, the cover. Oh no, was I on something else? I don't know. I lose train of thought. I lose train of thought like freaking going out of style, man. It takes 2 seconds for me to go, wait, what? All right, let me answer here. Making pork, yes. Tenderloin. Absolutely sounds delicious. And that's a damn good match for a beautiful pint of Guinness. Now, hopefully you get a pint this time. You don't get shotted and they give you 12 ounces. You want a proper 16 ounce. You are making asparagus out freaking standing and mashed potatoes. Oh, dude, that's a stuff. That's like a meal of all queens and kings. Hell yeah, send it. Let's go. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm freaking so excited. You know, the fairing locked on nice to the new 49 mil Fox. I was just like, what? I showed my buddy, because he's the one that told me to get LEDs. He goes, Murph, game changer. Pardon me. He goes, game changer. He has 2 bikes. His father, rest his soul, just passed away. And he inherited his dad's bike, and he also had a bike from before. He's literally had that bike almost since I had my first Harley, which is, what did I say, going back 19 years, like 04. This is 2025, yeah, 04. 04 is when I got rid of my first Harley, but, oh, man, she's just a gem. Like, she is just dialed. She's absolutely locked in right now. And I couldn't be happier. I just could not be happy. I don't want to blind you as terribly, but I'm trying to light the scene up and show all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Let's see if my mirrors, under my mirror blink is lighting up. They sure are. Now, one thing I was wondering today, love those running lights. I love that they're running lights and marker lights. I was wondering one thing today when I was riding, to just zip off to the store to go grab a pint, that, you know, over my overbearing, like if I don't have the high beams on, it's gravy, because nobody can see shit once I have these guys on. They're blinding, and I'm fully aware. That's why I have them aimed down a bit. At any rate, I only use these when I don't have oncoming traffic, or I'm on a road with no lights, which it's not that often because I'm in the city. So, but like if I leave the city and go out to the suburbs, there's some roads that just do not have street lights, so high beams are necessary. At any rate, I'm wondering if my lights are so bright that people can even see my blinkers. That's not what I wanted to do. I'm wondering if people can even see my blinkers, considering they're so small, over my headlight. Because I imagine I'm just blinding people with this thing, because this fucking LED is like dumb bright. But that was one thing I was wondering today. I was like, and I haven't thought of it prior, but I'm like, let me know if I zip out because I'm kind of moving around the garage. I don't mean to. I would love to come over for dinner, Lisa. Thank you for extending the invitation, but if I was closer, I would in a heartbeat. What do they say? A New York minute. There you go. But yeah, man. I just I was just pondering it. I wasn't concerned about it. Wasn't worried about it. It was just one of them brainstorm things, Wondering if people can even see like my mirror, my markers, my blinkers in the back, super bright, and they're bullets. So they're like the old school. They're hokey. I don't like them at all. I'd love to swap them out. But I have, as soon as I get some dough, I have other things where I need to allocate my money into this bike. Number one, being a motor mount. I realized after the front end is so nice, now because I said I was hitting a little hard, well, am I hitting hard because I'm not used to having a front end that's like, that just absorbs the bumps? Or am I realizing that my motor mount is even more shot to shit than I thought it was because clunking, and I'm like, fuck, why is it clunking? And it did. Like, so when we left here, I said, let me go out on a maiden voyage with you real quick, I'll show you to the main road and then you can go about your business. He goes, yeah, absolutely. Plus, I haven't rode with the kid in years. I mean years, going on almost 2 decades. So, needless to say, we needed to get in the wind together. No, I take that back. 2019, we went up to Laconia together. That was awesome. We went up to Laconia together, and it was me, him, his brother, which his brother was on his dad's bike. I told you his dad just passed away. Was on his dad's bike, and there was either there was 4 of us. So it was my pal, his twin brother. I would call them twins. They're not far apart though. They're like a year or 2. So the boys, his nephew, and then myself. So we went up to Laconia, which is one of the biggest runs in New England. If you don't know about it, go look it up. Laconia, it's rally and race. It's one of the best, biggest runs in the Northeast. I'd like to say on the East Coast, even though when people think of the East Coast, they instantly think about Daytona, because that's, nice weather all the time. Laconia is one of the oldest. We have a lot of oldest here in New England, especially in Boston. First public beach, first this, first that. I saw something a couple days ago and I'm like, wow, I didn't realize we had that many first. But it's pretty cool because we do. At any rate, God, I get sidetracked so quick. So, stand by. Alright, so we went to Laconia together. But besides that, I haven't rode with this kid for years. And riding with a homie, it's not a better feeling. It's just, you got your brother on your side, whichever side he may be on, and something goes wrong with his bike, bang, open the saddlebags, and we'll handle it. And he has great big solid bags. He's the full dress. It's a really nice bike, but something goes wrong with my bike, bang, I know we're pulling over, we're wrenching it right there, and we're getting back to business. Something pops off wherever we're at, I don't even have to turn around and look. I know he got my back. That's what type of dude this kid is. I try not to keep grimy people around me anyways. I only try to keep good people, and people I allow into my circle are only fucking good people. Like, I just, 20 years ago I got tired of putting up with the nonsense of liars and backstabbers and thieves and scumbags, like junkies. Like, that's just not my cup of tea. So I only keep good, solid people I can rely and count on. I tried to peel him off a couple bucks today. He goes, no, absolutely not. I'm like, my man, my guy, just what a good kid. So I think I was talking about this, and I made the measurement. That's what I was doing, wheelbase. So I made the measurements, and then they also wanted height to the top of a mirror. I just saw a couple fingerprints. So they wanted height, which to the top of your mirror for that bike cover, and then they wanted length, which I did wheelbase, right? And then I added a bit on on either. So I think ultimately, if I got a large for this, it would have stretched just fine. But instead, I went with the XL, and I'm glad I did because it's snug. It is a snug fit. So I made the right choice on that one. I'm not patting myself on the balls. I'm just, you know, pardon me. And then they give you a width. So the width, I went mirrors, because that's the widest part of my bike. Mirrors and then bags. That's it. So mirrors and then bags. Essentially, if you look at the front of my bike, let me straighten the wheel out. So you're looking at the front of my bike, you'll see from the top that this is like the widest part, and then just inset from that, you can see my bags back there, right? So essentially the mirrors, and I really don't like the mirrors that hang out that big. That means I can't weave in and out of cars. I know it's illegal in Mass, but ask me if I give a flying.
Oh, for the babies. Oh, the misters. Hi, mister. Hi, Scooby. Oh, the babies. Hi, Goofus. I love you, boys. You need a sip of water?
Oh, that's a baby. He drops his ball right in front. What a good kid. So yeah, we measured the widest part, mirrors, and then I did bags, and I did wheelbase. Brought that in, got my measurements. Like I said, I think it was a large. I went with the XL instead. And it turned out that it's nice and taut and like, it's the good stuff. So I'm excited. It's a really nice, it's a damn good quality for the price it was. I think it was like 26 total. It's like 24 or 23 and then, you know, a couple bucks for tax. Since I live in Massachusetts, that's a good boy.
What are you going to do with your ball? Are you going to double back and get it?
I think you probably should, because
You never leave without your ball.
that's a good babies. Oh my goodness, what a good babies. Thank you, misters. I'm so glad you came in and got hydrated. You are the best. Yes, you are. Oh, he's like so pitiful. He's so sweet. He came out there, he chewed his ball a couple times and then dropped it, and then looked up at me like,
You sure you don't want to throw a ball around a couple more times?
so he just dropped his ball and went like 6 feet from it. He knows what time it is. He knows I'll be a softie in a minute and go. So what I usually do, we have usually 2 balls stacked up on the workbench. So I'll grab those, throw one in my cargo pocket, and then I'll have one. Because if I just go out there and have one and he's chewing away on it, he won't part with it. I have to literally take it out of his mouth. And I don't like doing that. So I'd rather just bounce it a couple times, drop it, and then just rotate. And he's so sweet. He comes back and he'll like roll it to me. So he'll come back running and like chuck it. And then sometimes it hits his paws, so it goes ripping right by me, and I have to like get a foot on it. It's the funniest thing. So let me show you something cool about this top.
Bike cover, whatever. I call it all the same. So
They popped these guys in, which is kind of cool. Now, I was using my bicycle to chain that bugger up when I go to the train station, then hop a train and, you know, go wherever I gotta go. And pray that when I got back, my bike was still there. Because there's a lot of shit bags in Mass, just like anywhere. It's like saying, you know, oh, well, Indiana doesn't have dirt bags. Like, dude, everywhere has dirt bags. But these grommets, they're metal. They're, you know, they're solidly lined. They're not the strongest. You could definitely just snip through here like nothing. But it's a deterrent. So what these are is you run a lock or a chain through it. And then, so there's one in the front. So it's a nice thing about that is you don't have to chain your tire or your rim underneath and then throw the top over it. So the top and the bike are combined together, which I thought was cool. I've never had one of these that have the built-in grommets, which are totally helpful because bike thieves are everywhere. I've known some of them. I've never stolen anybody's motorcycle myself because I'm not a piece of shit, but I've been in around people that have, and that was their hustle, and it's a shitty hustle. But I mean, I don't knock anybody's hustle, dude. If you're out there robbing and stealing because you're a degenerate and you can't do anything besides that because you don't want to work and you know you're on Social Security, dude, I don't knock it. Like I don't knock anybody's hustle. Like fuck it. Who am I to judge? You know, that's how I look at it. So I've seen people literally just walk by a bike that you can clearly tell it's chained up. And it's like, nope, it's too much work. On to the next one. I'll go find a bike that's not chained up, that's just on the outside of somebody's house and their lights are never on. That type of shit, you know what I mean? So I saw these, and it's just, for me, it's personally a deterrent. So if anybody, you know, wants to clip my bike, like, I imagine many people want to clip that thing, but like, good luck. I'm gonna have it, you know, signed, sealed, and delivered. Absolutely locked up at all times. Oh, look at that. So, yeah, that says front. So that means the marquee is on the left. That's what I thought. So all this awesome subdued IR American flag is gonna be on the left side of the bike. So, yeah, didn't even notice that. I just popped it on, but that's the way I orientated it, and then I just put it opposite for you guys. It's from a company called Neverland, and it's an XL. So we got XL right there, and Neverland at the bottom, and there's a great big Neverland on the side, which I don't care for, and then there's the front. But, yeah, this part was cool. I was like, oh, I like that. That's a new feature for me, so it won't friggin' blow away. racetech buckles. I was like, dude, that is too cool. They're not the best high quality, and that's okay. And I'm anal retentive about my stitching. Lisa, as you know, I make leather goods for anybody that's, you know, not my sweet friend Lisa Silwolf. No, it's just you and I in here, darling. All gravy. So at any rate, I may even swap these guys out to like high quality fast tech. Do I need to? No. I think that's why Gino calls me the Tinker King, because sometimes I make work for myself and I don't even know why. Just, I don't know. I like things a certain way, and that's kind of all there is to it. So, man, would I love to go for dinner. Got a bounce. Piper needs to go out. Talk to you later. All right, Donald. Have a great night. Sayonara. So, yep, that was cool. I definitely want to reinforce these guys. I want to zip these guys in. I want to zip these guys in a bit tighter, that because they're not sewn in here very good, and they're only double stitched. I'd rather triple or quadruple stitch them just in case some serious wind comes up. I don't need that thing uncovered in a foot of snow. So, really simple to say. Just extra security, I guess. You know, it's just me being, you know, cautious and precautious about things. I like things a certain way, and you know, in my old age, I think I'm entitled to that. So, yes, I don't look old. I don't. I promise you, I am old. I was born before cell phones. I was born before dial-up internet. I was born when payphones were on every corner. Every kid had a dime in his pocket. I was born when you either would call an operator to find out a phone number, or you'd look it up in the yellow pages. I was born before the white pages. I was born when 9X had yellow pages, and there were jokes about that. People that weren't tall enough put 9X books on their chair in their car so they could drive. I'm that old. I'm old like Sunday morning. No, I'm old like, what am I old like? What else is some? I'm old like seatbelts were an option when I was a kid. Some cars didn't have seatbelts when I was a kid. I'm that old. How else old am I? What's some other parable I can make? some other, for instance, I can draw inspiration from. I'm old like what? What am I old like? What did I have that I'm old like if your pop said, hey, the TV's all scrambly, you better get up before you get dope slapped in the back of the head and go work the rabbit ears. I'm that old. I'm that old that you used to have to get tinfoil and put them on the rabbit ears to get the television to work right. I'm like PBS old. I'm like GBH old. I'm like public broadcast television old. That's how old I am. I'm like, I remember going to Boston on a train and being above the garden old. Not many people can say that. Well, no, a lot of people can say that, but this generation, not a lot of people can say that. Because the big dig just turned Boston into, I don't know, some type of weird metropolis. Which I'm not digging. It's not Gotham. It's Boston. And we're still rad, but I liked knowing I was going to the garden because I live at the very end of Oak Grove. I live at the very end of the Orange Line, which is called Oak Grove. So Oak Grove is one end of the Orange Line. So we have, oh gosh, I don't even know. Considering purple, orange, blue, red, green, purple, silver, and silver's kind of new. Silvers are like buses. I guess 5 or 6, if I'm not mistaken. So New York has like L train, T train, all these weird letters. We have colors. So we have red, which is downtown Boston. Green is just also downtown Boston. Orange, which runs from deep Boston, Mattapan, Dorchester, up to the burbs, which is where I live, 6 miles north of Boston. On a nice day, if I go to a high hill in my city, I can literally see this most beautiful skyline of Boston you've ever seen in your life, and it's just, oh, it's awesome. I love living here, man. I love being able to say I have roots in Boston that go as deep as 4 generations of great grandparents. That's pretty cool. Yeah, like selectmen and like people that have actually done shit for the city. So orange, green, red, blue, which is like Revere. And what's the outskirts? Oh, East Boston to Revere. Blue, green, orange. Forest Hills to Oak Grove. Blue, green. So green is like Park Street and then Kenmore and places out by Fenway. And then into Brookline and shit. Red line is like all of Boston. Just a main hub. If I'd say what part of the MBTA or the T is like strictly Boston, it would be the red line by far. And then what else? I think that's it. Green, blue, silver is the buses. So it's like I think it's just buses, but it's like buses that yeah, I think it's just buses. I don't like talking outside of my realm, and I don't know enough about the Silver Line to really talk about it. I've only been on it once in my whole I'm old talk. What else? Red, green, blue, orange, purple. Commuter rail. All right, so the commuter rail goes way far out. So imagine my Red Sox B on my chest, which, speaking of that, let me give a shout out to my buddy Johnny Bott, 27th straight. If you don't know, go look him up. He is a neighborhood legend. He just did 27 years straight in the feds. And he got out. So he was indicted. He got indicted and went to prison when I was a fucking junior in high school. Do the math on that. And I was born in 1979, so I'm that old. Yeah, I was a junior in high school when Johnny Bott got indicted. So yeah, go give him a shout. Go give him a huge shout out. Great dude. Solid as they come. Solid as they come. Straight East Boston cat. So green, blue, orange, purple. Let's talk purple. So purple goes Haverhill, Newburyport, to like Wachusett, to way in the Cape, Like there's a bunch of different branches that the Purple Line extends off of. And the central hub of the Purple Line is North Station. I think it's also South Station. You can pick some up at South Station too, but North Station primarily. That's the main one I know of. But yeah, we have just a wonderful transit system here. Yeah, we have our problems like everybody does, but man, we got a damn good transit system. It goes like 40 miles outside of 50 miles outside of the city. One of them goes all the way out to Worcester, which is far. That's like far west of Boston. Newburyport, which is 2 cities away from New Hampshire, so that goes fucking far. There's a low line. Thinking of my buddy Bean Shooter. There's one out his way. Yeah, I've only taken so many ones. I've taken the Worcester one. I've taken the Newburyport one. I've taken the one that goes through like Melrose Highlands. Clearly, we have like 3 T stops in Melrose. So, you know, anybody that's like, oh, dude, Melrose isn't blasting, kid. Yeah, no shit. It's a fucking suburb, but kid, do you have 3 T stops in your city? I don't fucking think so. We got Cedar Hills, Melrose Highlands, and Oak Grove. And there might even be one more. I think there's actually one more. Cedar Hills, Melrose Highlands, yeah, West Wyoming, and Oak Grove. We have fucking 4 T stops in my fucking city. So that's what's up. I'm not brown nosing anybody. I'm not saying, oh, you know, we're what's up, but you know, people in Boston have like, you know, every 10 minutes there's a stop. So I'm just saying, if you can find more than 4 stops in your city, and 3 of them the commuter rail, 3 of them are the Purple Line, which I believe the end of mine goes to Haverhill. I think I'm off the Haverhill line. I know I've ran the Newburyport Rockport line a lot because I worked up there, and I'm literally with a fucking tool belt on my shoulder like, this sucks. Can't wait to get the bike on the road. That's what fucking saddlebags are for. So, and she's just a beaut, if I may say. If I absolutely may say. Hopefully we can do a pretty still shot, but I just rebuilt my forks, and man, are they just beautiful. Wow. She is a straight fucking looker. I gotta throw something over my plate. Give me 1 second. Man, what a looker. What a looker, kid. She is just, she's one pretty gal. She is one pretty gal, and I got her pretty chromed out right now. My buddy was giving me shit earlier. He goes, you know, Murph. He goes, you know, you shoulda taken care of your fox before you put all this fucking bling on it. I was like, all right, I know. And he's right. You know, things have to be sound mechanically before they can be sound aesthetically. Like, I know I should have taken care of stuff that, you know, I didn't, and I put stuff off that was, you know, 1, to keep me safe, 2, to keep me on the road. Damn, look at that gangster lean, kid. That thing's sitting almost at a 45-degree angle, and I'm straight up right now. That's a serious gangster lean. That is one hardcore gangster lean. That puppy's like, sitting like a bro in a Cadillac, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying. Sitting like a brother in a Cadillac. Let's do this real quick. Let me get close and personal with her to show you my dirty diner. Let's go over with a fine-tooth comb, so to speak. So I had to drop that caliper. That's that big black box right there. So that caliper sits on the rotor, which is that pretty metal thing, pretty circle with the holes in it. I had to drop that guy. And then I literally sanded my forks for about 4 days straight. I sanded my forks just to give them that lovely mirror sheen that you're seeing right now. And boy, I mean, there's a couple pots that I'm kind of poking at that I'm like, oh, I could have done better. Just, if you don't know, that's a male mosquito. Females are the one that bite us. That's a male mosquito right there. Try to get him to move. There you go. Yeah, if you ever see that, don't be afraid. It's a male mosquito. They do not hurt you. And it's one of the only species that are bigger than the females. Normally the females are the biggest out of all species, but there's a couple things here. So that's a pinch bolt at the bottom. I had to drop that guy. The fox are just mirror. I mean, I got them up to 1500 grit, and I absolutely just tried my damnedest. The front fender's a little wonky. Dude got in an accident. That's hence why I had to replace my fox. They were just jacked up to no end. So, excuse me, I had to step outside for a second. Yeah, I had to replace my fox. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But it was funny. My buddy was riding me as hard as he was. He's like, Murph, you got to get on those forks, man. He goes, those things are just wonky as fuck. And as I was replacing the fox, I threw a nice fork brace in there. So the Dirty Dinah's going to just hold. She's going to hold like butter, kid. So I got that guy dialed. I did buy the fairing. I bought the fairing. I bought the... before I even had the bike, I had these MX pegs just because they're fucking dope. They are just absolutely sick. I bought the parking lot punks rear sliders, which are dope. They're also a little hideaway. I copped the Cruzy Originals air cover, which I think is just freaking slamming. That is one of the most beautiful blingy pieces on this bike, and you can see no matter what angle I hold it at, dude, she just blings. And that's a Stealth air cleaner behind it, also known as Screaming Eagle air cleaner, which is kind of a Harley factory part. It's like a Harley aftermarket upgraded part, but man, that stunt bunny's what's up, kid. That is just beautiful. ARP hardware, of course. They don't muck around at Cruzy Originals, so... Yeah, there was a couple things. I upgraded the blinkers because I didn't like them sticking out the steering stem, which they came off of here. I didn't like that big ugly orange thing, so I eliminated that just to make the front look a bit slimmer, and it does now, minus my giant crash bars, which I have to get a Cruzy Originals crash bar. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. I absolutely have to. I just don't have the 450 and change or whatever they're asking for it. Well, there's that freaking male mosquito again. Buddy almost friggin' went up to him and bit him. Instead, he realized he needs some water. What a good boys. That's a good boys. Get your water. I threw a bunch of ice cubes in there for him because it was a toasty one out today. What else did we do? So we just did the fox today. I banged out my fender. Now my fender looks primo. This fender was sitting on my rear tire. I mean, sitting. So there's a solid 2 inches in there right now. And I tried to roughly measure about the same in the front as I did in the back. So I can't start to explain how hard. And that's one little blemish right there. You can see that little, and it's just tiny, but one little skew, I'll wind up hitting that. But I work these forks so hard, I can't even explain. That's what he does when he wants me to play. He picks his ball up and then drops it. All right, Bubba, give me a minute. Yes, give me 1 minute. Or give me 2 minutes. How's that? Oh, that's a good boys. Thank you. Yes, Bubba's, thank you. So, we did the fox today. I'm trying to think what else we did. We did the fork. I popped the fork brace back on. So that fork brace is just the nuts. That's that nice blinged out metal piece that sits in between the forks. So it's essentially just a stabilizer. Man, you are one thirsty little puppies. Oh, you're just thirsty. Those MX bags are just dope. He even likes them, huh, Buster? Do you like them? Are they nice? They're nice, huh? Are they just the bestest? Oh, they're the bestesses. They tickle babies.
Yes, they're two good babies.
I love you.
I love you. You getting ready to go upstairs soon?
Oh, you want to play ball? Oh, he wants to play ball. You do want to play ball, huh? I love it when you tilt your head side to side. Do you want to play ball? Oh, you do? Oh, goodness. All right, we're going to have to get right on that. I want to drop these bags eventually. Not a huge fan of them. I like bags I can quickly remove and, take off if I want. The process of taking these bags off is like about 20 minutes a piece, and there's a whole lot of wrenching involved. So that's not something I'm massive about. We got a huge shout out to Cruzy Originals. Man, I got so much respect for those three lads right there. So it's Ryan Cruzy. He owns the company. His partner is Trick Bike Trent, aka Trent Mercado. Great fucking dude. And, you know, underrated, but Tommy Want Dinah. If you ever want to look him up, not A. Tommy Want Dinah, my fault. Tommy Want Dinah. He's the guy that does all the orders. He makes t-shirts, like he comes up with designs. He packs every single box that leaves Cruzy Originals. If I can't shout out enough how rad Tommy Want Dinah is another part that I ordered from Cruzy Originals. You'll see it move right here. It's my linkage. It's my shift linkage. This is a Green Brothers design adjustable shift linkage. Once again, all ARP hardware. Like, we're not fucking around, dude. You know, the minimal things I have, they're absolutely top shelf. They're bang up quality. This is a Parking Lot Punks. Hopefully that's pulling up. I might be able to drop a light on it real quick. PLP. That's Parking Lot Punks. That's the same company that made my rear sliders. Those guys are top shelf. And these sliders are nuts, dude. Just the nuts. So I'm actually gonna kill that light, because all you'll be seeing is chrome blasting back in your face, because the bike is just chromed out. Even the B-side. I mean, even my derby, you can see. You can see my phone and my tripod from it, but dude, just blinged out. Absolutely blinged out. There's another thing I want to do with Cruzy Originals. I want to get their dope derby cover with the half Delrin slider at the bottom. If that's just not one of the coolest pieces they sell. And I've been, you know, supporting those boys as much as I can. Here's actually one part that I can quickly show, besides my air cover cleaner, is Blood Racing. So Blood Lubricants. I ordered this fork oil from these boys. Oh man, is it wicked good stuff. You know, I'm kind of rah-rah for Cruzy. Those are my guys. I appreciate the hell out of them. They're top shelf. Everything they do is just next level. So they put out killer stunt bikes, and they also just have some of the best content. They're solid cats, man. I guess that's all I can say about them is they're just friggin' solid cats. They make dope content. They pull killer wheelies and, you know, hand drags and all this wicked cool shit. And at the same time, they're building bikes and just having a blast. Having a friggin' blast. And, you know, they love what they do, and they're damn good at it, I have to say. You know, they have a fantastic channel. This is my 06 Super Glide. It is FXDCI, and this is the only mucky thing on it right now. This is my friggin' master cylinder. Front master. Strike that. 2 mucky pieces. Man, that motor mount gotta go. It really does. Like, I am not a fan of this motor mount. It is such a piece of shit, and it's beat to friggin' crap. It is just broken. The rubber gaskets are just so worn. They are just worn, man. I gotta get rid of them. But you know, a phone mount too. Anybody wants to invest in a phone mount for me? I got the under mirror lights fastened with the Acorn from your mirror, which are kind of dope. Those are also not HIDs, LEDs. There's 5 bulbs in them, half amber, half white. So they're actually my running lights too, which are kind of sick. Here, I'll show you this real quick. I popped in the Eagle lights. What do they call this? The Slim LED. And another Custom Dynamics piece, which is to go with my marker lights. They put out damn good lighting. Custom Dynamics has some fantastic lighting. And I just like these guys just for how slim they are. They mount right under with the Acorn nut from your mirror mount. So they mount just like flawless. They're better than some great big ugly gaudy blinkers that stick out the top of your fork mounts. Like, it's pretty streamlined. Like I said, minus my great big crash bar. But I'll tell you, that could save my ass someday. pop this guy on real quick and show you the light setup. So we got running lights on the handlebars. Also, these guys turn into blinkers when I need them. So that's pretty cool. Hopefully you can see the back glowing there too. Just right there. So, and then when you cancel them, they go right back to running lights.
Buster, are you right behind me? You are right behind me. If I'm not careful, I trip over you sometimes, huh? Yeah, so I gotta be wary. Yes, I do. I gotta be aware of the babies. Yes, aware of the babies. You're looking at me like, hey, dickhead, you said 2 minutes. I wanna play. I wanna play. I wanna play.
So this guy's awesome. Super bright eagle lights. Once again, we'll hit the right side for the markers. I really want to get some proper bars and risers. That's just stock and it's kind of shitty, but I made them look a bit better for the simple fact that inside of the riser clamp, I rotated these fuckers up, man. They were sitting like way down here, and that's just lame. So I went, Rrr. So my old man will be proud as fuck of me. Never mind the fact that this bike only has, yes, that's correct, 9,000 miles. This bike literally has 9,181 miles on it. My trip says 113, and this is how I verify my gas. So I literally, since my last fill up, I've gone 12, and this isn't correct. This rises. The bike's off right now, so I'm at like either half or 3/4 of a tank right now. Those are actually helpful. I've looked in those. Oh, here he goes, back to his drink spot. I've actually looked into these guys and have ran the bike, and I have a late model dyno, so my key's here instead of mounted here where early model dynos are fastened right behind your battery box, which I actually like that ignition much better there, but I'm okay on the neck. You can't put a great big keychain. You literally just have to run something small, like, supporting your neighborhood legends, like Cruzy Originals, of course. Fucking ride hard or go limp, kid. That's literally what it's all about. So, let me show you my high beams real quick. High beams are actually kind of dope. So, as you can see, I've just vomited Cruzy Originals all over the place inside my fairing. You see the stunt bunny up there. There's also their legit one right there. And my boys below it, the Lace Up Podcast. We got Devin and Juno. One of those cats, Juno, was actually in the movie The Town, if you're interested. We got Parking Lot Punks buried way down here. We got Green Brothers Design. There's another, that's the top of the Cruzy Originals. I threw in the racetech before I even popped my racetechs in. We got some Law Tigers shit. We got Law Tigers down here. I don't know how well that's picking up. Nope, not at all. So we got Law Tigers hiding down here, which you can see just the Law. I fucked the Law in the Law one. We got Saddleman Seat, which clearly I don't have. I'm just running them out of straight support and GP. One thing I do have from Saddleman's, which I fucking love it to pieces, is their tank cover. Oh, man, did that absolutely save my ass. When I had to drop my fork, while I was working on my forks, I had to drop my handlebars down. So that tank cover came in absolute clutch, kid. Like clutch. It has parts to drop your risers down and fasten them with hook and loop. It has a ton of storage for wrenches and, Allens and screwdrivers and fucking sockets. Also a zipper compartment if you need, a couple loose sockets or whatever. Really, really cool. But they made just a bang-up design. It looks so good. Never mind just how good it looks on the bike. It fits it like a T, and I believe I got the large. But, I mean, it serves its purpose, like, multiple ways. So that's dope as hell. What else have I added to this guy since I got it? You can see I mod this cover up just a bit. I fucking hammered on it without a rag underneath it like an asshole. So yeah, I put a couple things in dents. I learned my lesson from this side. So this side I kept nice, but yeah, what a dick, huh? So I trashed my top cap. All right, high beams and fog light. So we'll go fog light. I'm still zoomed out. We'll go fog light real quick. They did a bang up job at Custom Dynamics. I absolutely love that fog light. It is just bright as all get out of here. So if I can kill the lights in here real quick, I'll do that. Oh, that guy's already off. Let's do the main light. Here's my babies waiting for me. Chuck balls.
That's a good boy. Yes, you are. You're such a good baby. Here's your ball. Get it. That's a good boy.
So you can see it just reflecting off my fender. We'll do like a, it's not wicked dark in here, but it's dark enough that you can kind of get it. Right, so the peripheral is really great with this guy. It's just an awesome peripheral light bar. And the way I have it wired is I actually have it wired into my high beam. So if you check out a couple of these beams here, you can see, so the tops go empty, bottom's empty, and then the whole thing just lights up. I don't want to blind you, but trying to show you as best as I can. That's about it. But yeah, man, I chose the yellow just because for me it's unique. I've never had a yellow fog light ever on anything, and I've had a ton of vehicles and I've outfitted them with all like the cool shit, or at least the coolest stuff I possibly can. But yeah, that seemed to work really well when I need it in low light conditions. Let me light this garage back up, and I told this boy I'd throw some balls with him, so I might as well go throw some balls with him. Let me get this kid. You the sweetest shepherd in Melrose? Yes, you are. You just do you like that patch too? You do? Yeah, it says fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. 357 beats 911 all day, kid. Ready? Want to throw the ball around? Okay. I got you. Give me one second. I got you, pippies. That's good, kids. Oh my goodness, what a good baby. You are just a kid. You are. That's good puppies. What'd you do with your ball? Where is it? Where's your ball? Can I have it? Do I have to get a stick so you drop it? So you want me to throw it? You want me to throw a ball? You don't want to drop it. Oh. I gotta throw a stick. And then he'll drop a ball. Oh, look at that. You did. You found both of them. Oh, you're such a good boy. Buddy, you're just the best. Dude, you found both of your balls. You just saw it next to the garage. What a good babies. No, don't take my hand with it. Thank you. Oh. Yeah. He lost all of them tonight because he couldn't find them. And then lo and behold, I'm in there, running my box liquor. And this kid comes back with two, not one, but two balls. What a good kid. You're such a good baby. Can I see your mouth? Oh, thank you. Had some mulch on it. Good boy. Ready? Oh, what a good babies. You are such a good boy, mister. What a fucking good kid. Oh, he's just a keeper. He's just a keeper. What a good baby. Oh. I am so proud of him. I am just proud of that little rugrat. He is the best. I'm gonna wrap this up soon. Hope everybody has a great night. Just out here playing ball with the boy. Worked on the bike. Bike's fantastic. Emulators working the nuts. Gold valve emulators were an absolute game changer. So if anybody needs gold valve emulators, go to racetech. Just go. If you want to look up cartridge front ends, okay. If you want to look up cartridge front ends and spend $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, go nuts. If you got it like that. If you want to put the same caliber of suspension in your Fox, 39, 40, 49, it's all the same. They got setups for all years. Just go to racetech. Just go to racetech. Go talk to Cruzy. Go to Racetech. Cruzy Originals, number one. Number one. And I should be supporting somebody on the East Coast, but that's how dedicated I am. I'm an East Coast kid. That's the Sox hat, right? You know, since the. Oh. But I support Cruzy Originals to the fullest. To the absolute fullest. Just because they're such good, solid dudes, content creators, and all that shit. They're mechanics first. They're good dudes second. And they're, content creators. Oh, that was weird. Just dropped on its own. They're content creators to boot. So, I'd rather say them being good dudes at first, because they are. Oh. They are good friggin' dudes, so I'm gonna wrap this shit up. I'll do one more toss of the way. Hope you have a fantastic night. I know I had a great day. Hey, you wait. Thank you. Ready? Good boy. Alright, that's it. We're going inside. That's all I'll be, bro. Come on. This is Beavis. That's a good babies. Always right over my shoulder. Fucking love this kid. Just love this kid. He is the best. He is just the best. So, huge shout out, Cruzy Originals. Thank you. You guys are the fucking best. All the Racetech, all the blood lubricants. Like, man, thank you guys. Honestly, thank yous. Ryan, Trick Bike Trent, Tommy, Want Dinah. Like, just the best, man. You guys made my bike. Without working on it yourselves. I put in you guys put in you make it easy. Racetech, internals, gold valve emulators, blood lubricant. Never mind everything else that I have from Cruzy on this bike, which I'm nowhere near done. So I have the dope air cleaner. I have the Green Brothers design shift, mid control shift linkage. I have custom dynamics. I got Eagle. I got parking lot pumps. MX tags are just eBay. What else do I have from Cruzy on here? Ride Hard or Go Limp. Cruzy Originals. I got t-shirts. I fucking love Cruzy. I'm not on their dick. I swear I'm not. Those guys are so right on, man. Makes me wish I was back in Arizona just to ride with those cats for a minute. But just top shelf cats, dude. Top shelf cats. Tommy One and Dinah. Trick Bike Trent Mercado. And Ryan Cruzy. Just next level, man. They make my bike look good without actually them wrenching on it themselves. They make it easy to have a good looking Dinah because they have so much good shit. Like, just next level, kid. Next level. 3 for the bean. You know what time it is. Beantown Bushcraft. Summon your biking. Saying goodnight to my dirty Dinah and throwing my brand new cover on it just to keep all the dust, all that shit off. Man, I'm happy as a clam. We'll do one more quick blast of all the goodness I got in here, from Parking Lot Punks to Racetech, Cruzy Originals, Green Brothers Design, Drink Beer and Make Cool Shit. I fucking love that one. I wish I didn't hide it. Lace Up Podcast, freaking Saddleman, Ride It Like You Stole It, kid. Green Brothers, like, let's go, man. Dirty Dinah, I'm out here. My forks are finally straight. I am so excited. No more broke dick Dinah. I might have to change it from Dirty Dinah to something else now, kid. I don't even know. But I do know we're out of here. It's been a long day and night, so I'm ghosting. That being said, someone you're in a Viking, Beantown Bushcraft. I'm all over the place, from Facebook to Insta to clearly here on YouTube, lives, shots. So check them out. I make cool shit. And I use it usually from natural shit I find in the woods that this boy and I go and find. Cruzy Originals, Beantown Bushcraft, Summer in a Viking, Parking Lot Punks, Green Brothers Design, Saddlements, man, the whole 9. Let's go.